Hello, I'm the Resolute Cartographer, and this is the 9th video in my series on the Mass Effect Legendary Edition. In this video, we're going to take on all of the remaining open side quests, including a fight with a rogue VI on Earth's moon, pirates Nasana Dantius has told us kidnapped her sister, and the Cerberus organization that killed Admiral Kahoku's men. Alright, let's get going.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
Commander, Miss Al-Jalani's story on you just aired. She shouldn't have ambushed you like that, but you handled it pretty well.
We had differences of opinion, sir. I hope she at least believed my sincerity.
You handled yourself pretty well, Commander. She came across like a raving idiot. Just wanted to let you know what the response was back home. I won't keep you any longer. Fifth Fleet out.
Okay, that of course was follow-up to talking to the reporter in the last video. Let's leave the Serpent Nebula and head on over to the local cluster and the Sol system.
Message for you, Commander. Just came in over a secure channel.
Shepard, this is Admiral Kahoku. I found out who set that trap for my men. The ones killed by the Thresher War. Damn, I hope you get this message. It was a group called Cerberus. An Alliance Black Ops organization. Top secret, highest level security clearance. They vanished a few months ago. Dropped right off the grid. Nobody knew where they went or what they were up to. They've gone completely rogue, Shepard. They're conducting illegal genetic experiments, trying to create some kind of super soldier. I don't have any proof, but I found the coordinates for one of their research worlds. I'm uploading them with this message. They're completely out of control. Somebody needs to stop them. I've done my part. Now it's up to you. This is probably the last you'll hear from me. Cerberus is after me now. I need to disappear before they find me.
Okay, and here we are in our solar system. Let's do a quick scan of the asteroid belt here. Okay, nothing I can see. So let's start with the inner system here. Mercury. A handful of solar power stations exist on peaks of eternal light at the north and south poles of Mercury. The difficulties imposed by the planet's proximity to the sun and the high orbital velocity have limited development, but it still has a population here of 340. Surface temperature of 430 degrees Celsius. Good lord. Okay. Up next, Venus. With its molten temperatures, sulfuric acid clouds, and crushing carbon dioxide atmosphere, Venus has only a handful of aerostat research outposts. Population 800. Again, 465 degrees with an atmosphere pressure of 90 Earth atmospheres. That's nuts. I would hope that they would actually try to terraform this planet at some point. I mean, we've talked about it in our time, in reality, but it's even then, you know, we're talking generations, if not millennia, of work there. Earth. For the detailed information, please refer to the standard issue Alliance Galactic Codex. Earth orbit is riddled with the debris generated by bootstrap space development. Use of kinetic barriers is recommended at altitudes over 85 kilometers. Population on the surface, 11.4 billion. Population at the Lagrange 4 and Lagrange 5 stations, 250,000. That's a lot of people living in orbit. Lagrange points are special points in orbit where you can maintain a stable orbit. Then we have, all this, everything is obviously standard. 1 AU, 1 Earth year, 1 Earth atmosphere, right? Okay. Zooming back out. The moon is where we're gonna go, so let's head to Mars first. Once considered a prospect for terraforming and colonization, the discovery of faster-than-light travel turned Mars into a quiet backwater. Its southern pole is a historical preserve centered on the Prothean ruins found there. Immigration and development are restricted as the search for Prothean artifacts continue. Colony founded in 2103, population 3.4 million, capital Lowell City. I will hope that it won't take us that long to found a full colony on Mars. Okay, and let's zoom back out. Up next, Jupiter. Jupiter's deep gravity well and lethal radiation have kept its moons from being significantly exploited. The largest outpost is a Binary Helix Corporation's Nautilus facility attached to the underside of Europa's ice sheet. That's pretty cool. Population 9,100 on all the moons. Next up, Saturn. Saturn has been a major source for helium-3 fuel for the fusion plants since the 2150s. The moon of Titan is mined for hydrocarbons and used as a hostile environment training facility for Alliance Marines. We actually heard about that when we were talking to Ashley in the last video. Population, orbitals, and Titan, 117,000. Capital, Huygens Dome. Okay. Next up is Uranus. After development of Mass Effect FTL travel, distant Uranus was the target of a land rush to exploit its combination of plentiful helium-3 fuel and shallow, for a gas giant, gravity well. Today, Uranus is the largest producer of helium-3 in Alliance space. Wow, population of 371,000 at Sakharov Station. Next up, Neptune. Though Neptune, like Uranus, has plentiful helium, its remoteness made it an unpromising target for mining before development of Mass Effect Drive. With Uranus cheaper to exploit, it has never seen extensive development. The only permanent human presence is a small research facility on Triton, population of 70. Man, you know, it's one of those things where it's you learn about the solar system and planets and things like that, and there are things that you would really want to find out, like Triton, for example, is, I believe, the only celestial body in our system that orbits the opposite direction of everything else. I want to know why. Some people think it's because it's a rogue planetoid sort of a thing that kind of wandered into our system. Anyway, Pluto. Pluto is one of Sol's numerous ice dwarf worlds. It is mainly of note for being the gravitational anchor for the Prothean mass relay to Arcturus. Pluto and the Charon relay, formerly encased in ice and considered a moon, orbit each other. Pluto's orbit was circularized in 2157 as a side effect of the Charon mass relay recovery operations. That's crazy. Population 9,300 at the gateway stations. So yeah, this game was made in 2007 originally. Pluto had already been deemed a dwarf in 2006. So they definitely, I mean, they still put it in the game though, because Charon in the Mass Effect universe is a mass relay. So that's pretty cool. Of course, they don't have the image that we now have of what Pluto looks like. Okay, let's go back to the moon. Luna. An early source of helium-3, Luna is now mined for materials used in space habitat construction. 24 major stations have been constructed at Earth's L4 and L5 Lagrange points, all from lunar resources. Wow. Colony founded in 2069, population 4.1 million, capital Armstrong. Okay, let's land. Okay, and again, Liara and Ashley. Okay, so let's take a look at the map. And we have several points here we're going to go visit, and why don't we actually start out... it's difficult to say because this one doesn't really have the best orientation for these things. We'll head down here first, I guess. Okay, I'll bring you back. Alright, there is the Earth, approaching 4 turrets. There we go. Alright, coming up next, we are going to head down here into this crater. Okay, 4 more turrets. Alright, up next. We are actually going to skip around this because that's where we're needing to go, and we're going to head up to this debris to find something pretty interesting. Here we go. That's right, it is CCCP Luna 23. This is a Soviet probe. And we discovered that the Soviets were actually far more advanced than anyone knew when they put these grenade upgrades on board this thing. So, let's get back on board. And it's now time to go take on the training ground. Okay, so they've got some turrets that are already firing at us, but they seem to have started firing at us all the way when we were back on that ridge back there. And for some reason, it doesn't seem like heat-seeking or guided missiles are a thing in the Mass Effect universe. Okay, took care of that. There we go. Okay, so we got 3 stations to go into, and I think I've leveled up twice in the time that we've been here on Luna. Let's take a quick look. Yeah, okay. I think I was putting points in first aid, because I was not happy with how much my healing was being done with the Metagel. Upgrading Ashley's fitness, and Liara, you're getting stasis. Okay. And now I'll actually start focusing now that she has pretty good with all of her biotics. Okay. Now I think we'll be dealing with some more drones in here. Okay, we got a pistol, assault rifle, and an Omni tool. Excellent, because I hadn't actually gotten any new Omni tools yet, I don't think. Yes, wow, that's significantly better. Okay. Okay, we got another locker here. With an ammo upgrade and 2 pistols. I'm probably just going to check those pistols, because I think they're better than what I'm currently using. They are indeed. Good lord. So much better. Like, stupidly better. Good lord. Okay. And it wasn't the case that I wasn't, like, upgrading my weapons. I think something happened very recently that I've now got way better weapons. Okay. Well, we got some enemies on the radar. Yep, drones. Let's see. Why don't you go ahead and warp? Well, no, let's see. Yeah, do warp, and then Ashley, overkill. Wow. Sabotage. Sorry if there was a weird little graphical freak out right there for a second.
Down.
There seems to be a minor bug where when you get an achievement, Origin, the EA service, freaks out a little bit because it's really excited for you and kind of breaks things. I think we have to break these power junctions. Do we have? Is there something I've got to? No. Yeah, I just got to break them. And apparently they're releasing poison.
Think we're good, Commander.
And we're gonna use some first aid. Yes, I'm much happier with how much that did. Okay. Let's check back here. Okay, some computer banks. And VI conduits. Toxic gas is being vented into the bunkers. Well, I think so long as you have a shield up, you're fine.
Clear.
Okay. Keep on moving. We got 4 more to break.
Area secured.
Unfortunately, you are the only one who can break these, because your team doesn't seem to care about them. Oh, we can access this data port for some codex information. And there's still one more. There we go.
All clear.
Okay. The lights on the optical mainframes flicker and die. The first of 3 computing clusters containing the VI is offline. Okay, and I thought I saw something. Maybe... No, it was just pointing at Liara. Okay.
Area secured.
I'll bring you back when we get back out to the Mako. Okay. On to the next one. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I don't go back into the wrong one, I'm going to take the Mako and I'm going to point it at the last one. So I remember. That's the last one over there. Okay, here we go. Alright, so I died. I was killed by the drones in the next room. Well, not the next room, but the one after this one. They are tough in there. Something I would note is, shotgun and sniper rifle there, but something I would note is to make sure, ooh, another secure crate. Make sure you save before you go in these places. Otherwise, you get to do all that stuff again, shotgun, sniper rifle, and some human armor in there. But I mean, you have to start over the entire planet, not just that room. Okay, let's have some fun. There goes one. Overload. And sabotage. Okay. Let's see. Ashley overkill. Liara warp. Nope. Or not. I was gonna say warp this thing, but nope. Leveled up. Okay. So overload seems to be very effective against them. Sabotage, not quite as much. Anyway. Let's see. I don't see any of the crates or anything yet. So much more power junctions to blow up. That's the other thing. I lost my pistol that I had before. Now I've got this crappy one that takes 12 shots to blow these things up when it was taking me 4 with that last pistol. So, ugh, awful. Anyway, let's keep killing these AI connection things because they are the things that stole my last pistol. Let's see what they do after I blow up the first one here. Kinetic barrier fields are powering up throughout the bunker complex. Okay. Yeah, but we can shoot past them. Let's see if, oh, yeah, they do this one as well. Ooh, God, that takes forever and it's loud as hell. Let's heal a little bit.
Patching you up.
Oh, another one of these. Okay. And I doubt I can, well, I can come around the side, but that's going to hurt me, so let's just go ahead and use the pistol. And marksman, maybe. Actually, let's try sabotage. Nope, wrong spot. Overload? Okay, well, we'll just wait for them to go off, I guess, or something. And let's use marksman here. Okay, well that did better. Okay. The second of 3 computing clusters containing the VI is offline. I will bring you back when we get back to the Mako. Alright, here we go. Last complex. Just to be safe, I'm going to save again. Okay, let's get moving. I'm not sure why you have to destroy some of the power junctions and not others. Oh, there's a secure storage locker there. Sniper rifle, assault rifle, shotgun. Ooh, I like the Naginata. Oh, and got some more stuff there. But, let's see. Yeah, the Naginata 5. I've always loved using this thing. Okay. And, let's see if I can do better. Well, tungsten round 6 is not bad, actually. Okay. Let's try that one out, actually, on the bots in the next room. Oh. Wow. Okay. And sabotage, or overload. And sabotage. Holy crap. Good thing I saved. That was intense. Oh, yeah, this again. And again, the secure crate. Okay, sniper rifles, pistol, and shotgun. Did I get the Naginata again? Or do I still have one? I mean, I got one, but I don't think I actually picked one up in this last little thing. Okay. And let's try this again. It is a little bit nerve-wracking that they're all collecting right there. Overload and Ashley... No, Liara used Warp, Ashley Overload... Overkill. And now, Sabotage. You boost your shields. Get back. And Marksman and Liara... Actually, Singularity. Oh, okay. Shows you the power of powers, I should say. Let's look around here. Power junctions. No lockers or anything. Let's keep on moving back. Okay. Another 8. Additional security drones powering up. Well, of course. On the other side, it looks like. I wonder if... Yep, they're opening the door. But, again, they're trapped behind that. Let's keep destroying more of these. Okay. Now to take those guys on. Again. Let's do what we did last time. Okay, still another one. Very nice. Let's destroy these last 4. Okay, a burst of white noise over all frequencies nearly deafens you. Your heartsuit's heads-up display interprets it as a series of zeros and ones. They repeat again and again, blanketing all frequencies until the light on the final VI cluster flickers and dies. Specialization class achieved, okay? Your specialization class will replace your base class and talents on the squad screen. Talent ranks in your base class will transfer over to your specialization class. Go to your squad screen to view the bonuses you gain with each rank of your specialization class. Okay, operative or medic. Interesting. Medics combine tech and healing abilities to boost the efficiencies of the entire squad, or operative. Operatives are the masters of manipulating their environment to maximum advantage. I think I'm going to go with that because I've really been enjoying Overload and Sabotage. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, this VI, this was not the last we're going to see of this VI. It's going to show up again in Mass Effect 2 in a big, big way. And I can't wait for you all to see that one if you haven't seen it before, because it's great. Anyway, I will bring you back when we get up to the Normandy. Actually, first let's take a look at that specialization operative here. Okay, neat. Very nice. Okay, again, now I'll bring you back when we get up to the Normandy. Okay, let's see if we got anything to say to Admiral Hackett. Appears not. Anyway, let's go ahead and help out with something else here. So, we're not going to go to Pharos or Noveria until the next video. I still haven't actually decided which one we're going to go to just yet. But why don't we go ahead and help out with that missing survey team in the Hades Gamma cluster, hidden in the Antaeus system. Okay, a gecko. During the initial survey of the Antaeus system, only a single flyby probe was spared for the small, scorched world of a gecko. It revealed a planet unusually rich in heavier elements, given its size. A gecko is a standard terrestrial with a thin atmosphere of krypton and xenon. Its crust is mainly composed of magnesium with deposits of cobalt and other heavy metals. Due to extremely rough, cratered terrain, starships are discouraged from landing. Okay. Next up, Edmos. Edmos is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of methane in its atmosphere. If Trebin's terraforming is successful, it is expected that a helium-3 fuel refining facility for the system will be set up here. Surveying it, we find a gas deposit of hydrogen. Next up, Ploba. Ploba is the second and by far the larger of Antaeus' two gas giants. Active scans by survey ships have returned tantalizing indications of massive, solid structures deep within the atmosphere, too regular in pattern to be anything natural. Some believe that Ploba is a Jupiter brain, a planet-sized supercomputer. Adherents of this theory have fruitlessly beamed signals towards these sunken megastructures, hoping to get the machine's attention. Others believe that an ancient spacefaring race disposed of their weapons of war by dumping them into the planet. Their last attempt to reach and salvage Ploba's deep anomalies went tragically wrong, and ended with a crew of 12 being trapped and crushed in the gas giant's lower atmosphere. Surveying it, we find Matriarch's writings. You recovered a strange object orbiting Ploba. Chief Engineer Adams and Tali tried unsuccessfully to determine its origin. They did find one of Matriarch Dillinaga's writings stored inside. Okay. Next up is Trebin, but I believe we're going to be landing there, so... Vimmel. Vimmel is an enormous terrestrial world of mixed rock and ice with an atmosphere of methane and ethane. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of calcium with deposits of iron. Because of noxious surface gases, explorers are warned to use extreme caution. Surveying it, we find the rare element uranium. Next up, Hunidor. Hunidor is a moderately sized ice world with an extremely thin atmosphere composed of krypton and xenon. Its frozen surface is unusually smooth, suggesting widespread repaving by cryovolcanic processes, though no such activity is currently evident. Okay. And next up, Trebin. Trebin is a moderate terrestrial world with an atmosphere composed of nitrogen and argon. Its surface is mainly composed of nickel with deposits of silver. Trebin's environment is relatively mild, but the scarcity of water or similar enabling substances has prevented the development of any biosphere. ExoGeniCorp recently performed a test impact of a single water-ice comet into the surface, the first step of a long-term plan to thicken the atmosphere and introduce water into the environment. The survey team is on the surface, monitoring the geological and meteorological effects of the test impact. Most of the water released is still in the form of atmospheric vapor, but thick clouds have formed. There is every indication that this arid world will soon see its first rain. The survey team's progress has been hampered by frequent mechanical or computer failures in their GPS satellites. Okay, let's check it out. Okay, we're going to bring with us Liara and Ashley again. Okay, taking a look at the map, the very first place we're going to go is actually right up here, and I will bring you back when we get there. Alright, we have a plutonium deposit. Rare element of plutonium. Next up, we're going to head right up here to the debris. Got a couple enemy signatures on this. Somebody out here surveying this? Or something? What the heck? Okay. Scavengers. Hope that they were doing illegal activities and I didn't just kill some people that were just competing with us. Okay, armor upgrades. Okay. And up next, we are going to head up here. Okay. We got a whole bunch of crashed probes. And let's check this thing out. Discovery. This device was transmitting tight beam signals into geosynchronous orbit. This disrupts the survey team's GPS satellites, causing them to crash nearby. So that's why they've had so much trouble with their GPS satellites. Something's been bringing them down. Good lord. Okay. Up next. Heading over here. Okay, so this is the final location where we're going to be coming back to. So we're not actually going to go in there yet, but we will head over here to this little base right here. And along with that, we're going to check out some other areas, like up over here. But let's check this out first.
Looks like nobody's home.
Well, let's check to see if they left anything behind, and they did. Computer console.
According to these data logs, the survey team unearthed some kind of alien technology.
Could be answers at the excavation site.
Indeed. Storage locker. Assault rifle, shotguns. Okay. Excuse me, Liara. Let's check out the next habitat. Malfunctioning object with an ammo upgrade. Okay. And one more habitat. Medical kit. And that's it. Okay. Again, though, we're going to go ahead and check out... Actually, it's like here. Anyway, I'll bring you back. Okay, uranium deposit. There we go. Rare element of uranium. Next up, the anomaly. We're looking at a Thresher Maw situation here. Yep. Jeez. There we go. It's dead. 11,000 credits and a bunch of XP. Okay. It's funny how your reward keeps increasing as you get to a higher level, but it just makes it seem like some of these Thresher Maws are just way more valuable. Ancient debris. With a Turian insignia recovered. There are no signs of any survivors. The pod was empty except for a small, tattered flag marked with the Nemenes colony insignia. Okay. And last but not least, to the dig site. Alright, here we are. Now that red flashing might just be like a beacon showing you where this thing is. Otherwise, it could be an alarm of something going on inside. Let's find out. One of these standard dig tunnels. Muddy floored little rooms here. Let's be ready. Yep, enemies showing up on the radar. Okay, husks. And they're running around in circles. I'm not sure that they know how to get to us, or that they're even aware. Come on. Let's try sabotage. Overload.
Heard of this before.
Jeez.
Whatever alien technology the survey team unearthed must have turned them into mindless fanatics, machine cultists.
Whatever they found, it's long gone now.
We haven't even surveyed the room yet. We've killed a bunch of husks. Anyway. Now, this, to me, seems like it would be some sort of technology that may have turned them crazy. But, of course, we know how husks are created with those spikes. Unless there's maybe multiple ways of creating husks. Anyway, let's check these rooms out. Okay, and more husks. Another sabotage. Another overload. Ashley, overload or overkill, and Liara, barrier. And warp. And let's see, I'll use marksman. That accounts for all the Exogeny survey team. They were converted into cybernetic husks by devices similar to those used by the Geth on Eden Prime. How they came to be buried on a frontier world so far from Geth territory is a mystery. Almost makes you wonder if those aren't in fact pieces of Geth technology, or somebody else's. Now then, let's put away guns and check out these rooms, see if we get anything in terms of loot.
Clear.
Sludge canister. Ooh, I love the sound of that. Assault rifle, sniper rifle, and a shotgun. Let's head back upstairs and check out the other side. Here we go. Secure crate. Yep, they got the spikes. Okay. Sniper rifle, assault rifle, shotgun. Okay. I will bring you back when we get to the Normandy. And there's a crate here on the way back out. Light armor for a human, sniper rifle, assault rifle. And a locked crate. I missed this stuff. Okay. With a sniper rifle and an assault rifle. Okay, back to the map. Leaving the Antaeus system behind and the Hades Gamma cluster behind, we are now heading to the Artemis Tau cluster. And while our mission is going to take us to Macedon, we've now been to Sparta, Knossos, and we are about to go to Macedon, so let's go to Athens first so we can basically round out the entire Artemis Tau cluster. Okay, Salamis. The geological properties of Salamis have been scanned from orbit, but little else is known about it. Due to its thick carbon dioxide atmosphere and the proximity to the energetic star Athens, the equatorial daytime temperatures have been known to turn the surface molten. The crust is composed of iron with deposits of platinum group metals. Wow, that's a very hot planet. Okay, let's see, next up, Proteus. Like the Hanar home world, Proteus is more than 90% oceanic cover. The incredible heat thrown off by Athens raises the global humidity to 100%, causes constant cloud cover, and powers colossal typhoons that rage across the surface year-round. Hot, humid, and storm-racked, Proteus's rare combination of oxygen-nitrogen atmosphere and carbon-based biosphere nevertheless recommend it for colonization. A pilot program is studying the possibility of colonies beneath the ocean's surface, safe from the worst effects of the weather. Wow, you would really go that far to build a colony under the ocean. I mean, I guess you have easy access to water and air. It's strange. Anyway, colony founded 2179, population 12,470, capital of Ithaca. Surveying it, we find a gas deposit of a large amount of free oxygen. Wow, okay. Next up, let's check the asteroid belt here, see if there's anything going on here. Okay, nothing. Next up, we've got Nausicaa. Traces of sodium in the atmosphere give Nausicaa its overall dark gray color, but it is otherwise a typical hydrogen-helium gas giant. An abundance of water vapor in the upper atmosphere accounts for its white clouds. Okay, and Circe. Circe is a moderately sized hydrogen-helium gas giant with traces of sulfur and chlorine. These give it its striking yellow-green tint. As the development of the Proteus colony continues, Circe will likely be developed for helium-3 mining. Surveying it, we find a large gas concentration of helium-3. Makes sense. And last but not least, Pharos. Distant Pharos has only seen a cursory examination by an unmanned probe. It has a trace atmosphere of nitrogen and argon. Its surface is mainly composed of tin with deposits of carbon. Deeper craters have been partially filled with ice, suggesting that there may be a significant amount of water locked up beneath the frozen surface. A large, ice-bright crater in the southern hemisphere makes the planet visible from the inner system, leading to the planet's name. And surveying it, we find Turian insignia. Scans of the planet Pharos revealed an abandoned base on its moon. The recon team found nothing of interest, but much of the debris was marked with the Magna Colony insignia. Okay, and that is everything for the Athens system. This is in fact the only system in the game with no ships to land on, no planets to land on, so there's nothing else for us to do here. Let's head on over to the Knossos system, to the Macedon system. Okay, we got 4 planets here and an asteroid belt. We can check that one real quick. Oh, unknown. Metallic asteroid. A metal-rich asteroid. Surveying it, we find a light metal of titanium. Okay. And with that, let's get to Shargila. This is the planet we're landing on. Shargila has a very dense atmosphere of ammonia and oxygen. Its temperate surface is mainly composed of alumina with deposits of sulfur. Comm buoys in the system have recently logged a number of unregistered vessels operating nearby. Shargila has an extensive silicon-based oxygen-breathing ecology. Heavily populated areas are covered with a fine silica, or silicon dioxide, dust, the respiratory byproduct of the world's higher animal forms. High-speed surface winds, often laden with abrasive silica dust, present a hazard. In areas where the wind deposits a great deal of silica, footing can be treacherous. EVAs are discouraged. Okay, again, we will come back here in a minute. Next up, Porelon. Porelon is an enormous terrestrial planet, half again the size of the Earth. Despite its thick atmosphere, the weak output from the red dwarf Macedon leaves the surface biting cold. The crust is mainly composed of silica, but significant deposits of iron and other industrial metals are present. These lodes may prove rich enough to be profitably mined despite the heavy gravity. Surveying it, we find Matriarch's writings. You were scanning the planet Porelon when a strange signal came from orbit. Navigator Presley determined that the signal was from an ancient beacon. Your survey team brought the beacon on board and found one of Matriarch Dillinaga's writings in a storage compartment. Okay. Next up, Patavig. Patavig is the second of the Macedon system's giant terrestrial planets, and by far the more interesting. Most of the surface is covered by a vast sea of liquid ammonia, in which a unique aquatic ammonia-based biosphere has developed. While the frozen continents are largely bereft of life, a rich bounty of complex organisms, many larger than a human, flourish in the chilly, toxic seas. While dreadfully inhospitable to humans, Patavig is suitable for colonization by the Volus. Negotiations between the Systems Alliance and the Volus's patrons, the Turian hierarchy, have made good progress. Okay. And Fargiluz. Fargiluz is a standard hydrogen-helium gas giant with an abundance of airborne hydrocarbons. Surveying it, we find a gas deposit of xenon. Okay. And let's get on to Shargila. This is a very interesting system. Silicon-based life forms living in ammonia. Okay, and again, Liara and Ashley, as usual. Okay, first of all, we're going to head down to the southwest, right down here. Okay, we found a deposit of uranium. There we go, rare element uranium. Next up, we're going to head right on over here. Alright, magnesium. Got on the wrong side. Light metal of magnesium. Okay.
Ready.
There we go. Up next, we are actually going to head up here. And I will bring you back. You know what? No, we're actually going right up here. Okay. Crashed probe. With armor upgrades. Okay. Now we're going to head over here. Here we go. Got a couple of crates, a little carport thing, and an Asari capsule with the Matriarch's writings inside. It's not clear who lived here, but it appears to have been abandoned for some time. The container in the tent held, among other things, one of Matriarch Dillinaga's writings. Okay. And you can already, well, you could see it on the map. Is it gonna, yep, there it is. Mineral deposit. Alright, a thorium deposit. Rare element thorium. Let's head on over to the last spot. This one right here. Okay, now if you forgot why we're here here for the side quest Asari Diplomacy. We're here for Nisana Dantius, because she believes that her sister is being held captive here. And she sent the ransom, but got no response. So, at the very least, that's why we are here, is to find Nisana's sister and free her from these pirates. Leveled up. Is that Krogan still alive? Yep. But not anymore. Okay, that's everyone outside. Let's find out what's inside. But along with that, we are going to quickly check and upgrade these things. Okay. Let's check this out. Got a couple of drills. Find some very... There we go. I was going to say very low-res barriers. Let's see what we got going on in here. It seems silly to take off your helmet when you're going into combat like this, but... Okay. Liara, warp. Ashley, overkill. And with this guy, I'm going to overload. And sabotage. And marksman. Okay. Looks like there's still 4 guys left here. There we go. Sniper's down. Right here, another sniper. Asari slaver. Got no compunction about killing slavers. Let's head around this side. Oh. Another... Let's do... Overload. And sabotage. Okay. They're all down. Let's check this place and see if we can't find Nasana's sister. Anything up here? Always worth it to try to check behind these crates. Nothing there. Let's check this room up here. Then there's still the room on the ground floor too. And there might always be some crates lying around on the ground floor as well. Okay, we got a hardened wall safe. Weapon and ammo upgrades. Don't know why I just got my...
Here it comes!
Okay. Threw a grenade accidentally. Let's check this hardened storage locker. Ammo, ammo upgrade, sniper rifle, and pistol. Okay, let's check this out. You discover that the Asari leading these slavers and Nasana Dantius, an important ambassador on the Citadel, are sisters. You should return to the Presidium and confront Nasana with this. Downloading the evidence. Okay, so malfunctioning object. There goes that grenade. Ammo upgrade, armor, and armor upgrade. Sorry, 2 armor upgrades. Started trying to sprint and accidentally closed that door. Let's check out downstairs. I'd assumed that Nasana's sister was here, but I guess I misremembered that. Anyway, let's go ahead and check that out. I think Nasana's sister's in Mass Effect 2 on Ilium, if I remember correctly. Anyway, though, let's check this out. Wow, okay, we got 3 crates and a medical station. Pistol, sniper rifle, and medium human armor. Assault rifle and light human armor. And assault rifle and heavy human armor. Wow, okay, and a medical station. Light armor for a Quarian and a biotic amp. Very nice, okay. Alright, I will bring you back when we get back to the Normandy. Alright, now we're going to check into Admiral Kahoku's tip. Checking the journal, we are now going to be doing the quest Cerberus, which takes us to the Yangtze system and the Voyager cluster. Let's see, is it... There we are. Okay, we got a 5-planet system here. Let's start with Rinshato. Rinshato is a close-orbiting hot Jupiter with traces of sulfur, its hydrogen-helium atmosphere. I think it means in its. The disruptive gravity well of the gas giant prevented any planets from forming nearby. Okay. Next up is Binthu, but that's where we're landing. Dregger. Drugger is a small, barren, rock world with a trace atmosphere of krypton and xenon. The surface is frigid and mainly composed of silicates with deposits of magnesium, aluminum, and other light metals. Drugger has a weak magnetic field, making it unsuitable for drive discharge operations. Surveying it, we find the light metal beryllium. Next up, Alrumpter. Alrumpter is a small, rocky terrestrial world with a trace atmosphere of nitrogen and krypton. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of light metals with deposits areas of frozen ammonia. I think this deposits in areas. We find a Prothean data disk when scanning. You detected a weak signal coming from the far side of the planet Alrumpter. Joker brought the Normandy around, and their salvage team picked up a small escape pod trapped in orbit there. There was a long-dead Turian inside, along with a few personal items and a Prothean data disk. Okay. Next up, Padagiri. Padagiri has a thin atmosphere composed of neon and chlorine. Interesting. Its frozen surface is mainly composed of silica with deposits of copper. During the long, cold night, the chlorine in the atmosphere falls to the ground in the form of frost. Wow. Surveying it, we find the rare element thorium. Look at the coloring on that planet. Beautiful. Anyway, Binthu. Binthu has an atmosphere of carbon dioxide with a permanent haze of toxic chlorine and clouds of sulfur dioxide that periodically drop torrents of acidic rain on the surface. Its crust is mainly composed of sulfur with deposits of calcium. Like most of the worlds in the Voyager cluster, Binthu has only been charted within the last 20 years by the Alliance surveyors. It has no known native ecology. Data about the world is surprisingly brief and generic, painting a picture of an unpleasant and uninteresting place. Now that's strange because it looks like it's got grass in this picture. Of course, those could just be small rocks. Let's go ahead and land and find out. Okay, and of course, again, Ashley and Liara. Alright, we are going to go actually straight east. Well, not really straight east, a little bit southeast, right down there. I know I can see the mineral deposit on my map, but I'm going to do this thing in kind of a counterclockwise loop. Alright, we have a deposit of uranium. We have found a lot of uranium. We found the rare element of uranium, okay?
Ready.
Next up, heading up here. Now, this place is a little bit interesting in that, a lot like Luna, where we went to 3 different bases, there are 3 different bases here as well. So while I would typically drive around collecting all of the elements, finding all the debris and things like that, before we go to a base, we're going to go to the bases as we go around, because again, there are 3 of them. So, and they're not right next to each other like they are on the moon. They're all spread out quite wide apart. So, let's blow up these turrets that are trying to kill us. Now, in case it wasn't clear when I said why we were coming here for that quest Cerberus, this is the world that Admiral Kahoku clued us in on. Okay. Oh yeah, I changed my armor in between the last location and this one. It's now camo for, you know, so I can hide in these very green environments. Okay, we got... Well, you don't know what those are yet, but I will tell you in a minute. You'll find out when we get a bit further into the game. I mean, you'll see their names here, but you won't know what they are. Armor upgrades, unless, of course, you've played Mass Effect in the past. Okay, and overload. Okay, they just knocked me down with biotics. And sabotage. And then Liara, okay, I actually use overload. Liara just got knocked down. Marksman. Apparently I just used Metagel. I don't remember telling it to do that, but... Okay. There we go. Oh. They were a shot away from death. I was about to waste a power on them. Okay, let's see. We got a diagnostic station.
Looks like Cerberus has other bases on this world, Commander.
Indeed. Let's open this up. Thorian creepers. Let's overload. And sabotage. And let's try neuroshock. There we go. First time I've used that. There was no sign of Kahoku among the creeper corpses. He must be in one of the other labs in the area. Those thorian creepers will come up more before too long, but just know that they're weird. Anyway, medical station. Light armor for a Quarian and some heavy armor for a human. And we just leveled up again. I'm now up to level 32. Okay, once I finished this, I might actually go into medicine because I liked neural shock. But this other stuff's great too. Damping and hacking. I mean, it's all good. I don't have any points in armor, which may be why I died on the moon so much. Oh, yeah, I should put some points into other things for them as well. Full fitness there for Ashley, and full throw for Liara. Okay. I'll bring you back when we're in the Mako. Alright, next up we have the mineral deposit that we saw before, somewhere in here. Again, yeah, that's grass, so there are species here. Palladium deposit. Heavy metal palladium. Okay, and next up, this research facility. There we go. Let's check it out. Okay. Very bare structures here. Very little inside them. Okay. Got a lot of little tiny creatures crawling around in there. Oh. Uh-oh. Knocked down by the biotics.
Gotta make sure that doesn't happen again.
Absolutely. Okay, I'm about to be knocked down again. Ashley, overkill, Liara, warp. And marksman for me. Okay, and then who's over here? Another commando. Okay. Let's see. Yep, a couple more guys over there. At least one. It's a technician, so biotics. Overload. And sabotage. And heck, let's throw in a neural shock. Whew, they went down hard. Okay. Let's see. Diagnostic station. Arachni workers. You've eliminated the threat at this facility. Continue to one of the other nearby labs.
I wonder what monstrosity Cerberus has been cooking up at the next base.
Now again, those were Arachni workers. If you remember from back on the Presidium, when we were looking at that statue of the Krogan, the Arachni are said to have all been wiped out. So, interesting things ahead in the game, huh? I'll get you back when we get back into the Mako. Okay, we're gonna do this debris, and then we'll head down to these last two things. Okay. Got a crashed probe. We find ammo upgrade, grenade upgrade, and an armor upgrade. Okay. Back in the Mako, and let's head over this way. Looks like some of that sulfuric acid is raining off in the distance. This planet is oddly beautiful. I mean, it's one of those places where you'd never, ever want to live here. With all the chlorine and the raining sulfuric acid, but there's something beautiful about it. And that's a Prothean pyramid up there. That's what the anomaly is. We'll go check that out. Right after we take down the turrets on this next little base. Okay, with those things down, we are now safe to check out this pyramid. Okay, what do we got at the top? We're covering it. We find a Prothean data disk. There are a few children's toys and some ragged clothes stuffed on the top of this monument, along with a Prothean data disk. Gotta wonder why those other things were in there. Anyway, back to the Mako. And again, this is that same exact model where it's using those vines that you can find on Ilos, which is the last planet we're going to be visiting in the game. Anyway, let's get down to this last Cerberus outpost.
Cover me.
Okay, so I just died again. That was about 20 minutes of redoing this entire planet. Quick note, if you value your time, make sure you save before you go into a situation where you might die. That being said, I did get a nice pistol out of it, so I'm not entirely angry. So, let's see this thing in action. Now, we found Rachni and Thorian Creepers and the other ones. Now we found a giant Rachni in this one. You know what? Let's just open this thing up and have some fun. And let's go ahead and marksman. Oh, Rachni's dead. I was hoping that would help us out a little bit in the battle. And you are going to get it with an overload. And a sabotage, and let's see. Liara. Whoa, that's Ashley is down there. Liara hit them with a throw. Nicely done. What do we got over here? Another sniper. Oh, neural shock. Okay. Oh, there's Liara. Oh, okay. Looks like we've traded sides of the room here. And overload. They're dead. Dead commando. And this commando is like thrown into the wall.
Stop to make, Commander. We owe Kahoku that much.
We don't need to make another stop. We're already here. I don't know what to do about that, but here's Rear Admiral Kahoku, dead, unfortunately. You check for a pulse, but find none. Admiral Kahoku is dead. Despite the ferocity of the creatures he was sealed in with, there are no signs of trauma to his corpse. The needle marks in his arm suggest a different means of execution.
Oh, goddess. It's Admiral Kahoku.
Cerberus must have tracked him down.
Alright. Let's level up real quick. Okay, and medicine. That's what I'm going to put some points in. Ashley... Let's put some points into pistols for you so I can get you to shotguns. That's going to be a while, but may as well do it. I like singularity. Okay. I'll bring you back when we get to the Normandy. Okay, there's actually a locker over here. Where we got 2 sniper rifles and a grenade upgrade. Okay, and so now we have one more thing to do for Admiral Kahoku, and that is the UNC Hades dogs, and that takes us to destroy the main Cerberus facility on Nephron in the Columbia system in this Voyager cluster that we're already in. So, leaving behind the Yangtze system, we're going to head all the way down here to Columbia. Okay, now we have a system here with 4 planets and 2 asteroid belts. Let's check the belts first. Nothing on the inner belt. Checking the outer belt. Nothing in the outer belt. Okay, so Clogia. Clogia is a hothouse terrestrial world with a dense atmosphere of nitrogen and sulfur dioxide. The surface is scorching hot and mainly composed of iron with deposits of gold. The core of Clogia is very hot and tectonically active. Volcanic eruptions are common, and outgassing continues to add to the density of the atmosphere. The largest active volcano has a caldera nearly 100 kilometers in diameter, and its basalt floods have covered an area roughly the size of the Earth continent of Australia. Wow. Okay, so it's nowhere near the same atmospheric pressure as Venus. I think that was 90 Earth atmospheres, but it is still very hot. Okay. Next up is Nephron, that's where we're landing, so onto Heter. Onto Heter is an unusually large ice world with a core of silicate rock and light metals, and a trace atmosphere of krypton and xenon. The crust is mainly composed of water ice. Ontoheter's ice sheets show obvious signs of large-scale fracturing and refreezing, centered on a massive crater near the South Pole. A recent extranet meme suggests that a Prothean ship crashed through the crust of the planet before the collapse of their empire, and might still be recovered from the planetary core. This is purportedly the source of the planet's unusually high mass. Careful mapping of Ontoheter's gravity field by orbiting satellites have proved that the planetary core is entirely normal. Okay, and let's see. Surveying it, we find the rare element of samarium. Alright, next up is Gromar. Gromar is a rocky terrestrial world with a trace atmosphere of krypton and xenon. The frozen surface is mainly composed of copper with deposits of calcium. Prior to the Alliance's expansion into the Voyager cluster, Gromar hosted one half of a Turian interferometric telescope array, connected with a similar telescope in the Attican Beta cluster by an expensive chain of FTL conbuys. The two functioned as a single virtual lens with an effective aperture equal to thousands of light years between them. The Turians used this to chart the terminus systems with great accuracy. Surveying it, we find a medallion. Scans of the planet Gromar revealed the derelict space station in the late stages of orbital decay. A small team was able to recover some items of interest, among them a League of One medallion. Okay, and on to Nephron. Nephron is a barren, volcanic terrestrial world with an atmosphere of carbon dioxide and krypton. Its surface is mainly composed of sodium with deposits of magnesium. Aside from the displays of geological beauty, including many spectacular volcanoes, this barren world is of little interest. Entries relating to Nephron in the astronomical database are sparse. Okay. It's actually not terribly hot. It's got a gravity that's a bit less than Earth and a little bit less of an atmosphere, but like they said, it's not breathable. Okay, let's land. Again, Liara and Ashley. Okay, taking a look at the map, we're going to start by heading straight up here, up to that deposit that's visible on the mini-map. Alright, we got a thorium deposit. The rare element of thorium in a large deposit. Okay, next up we're going to be heading down here. Okay, and we have a platinum deposit. You have successfully surveyed a deposit of platinum. Next up, we're going to head down here. I suppose this is supposed to be volcanic ash, but it just looks like snow. Okay, we got a beryllium deposit. If I can get out of the Mako, there we go. The light metal beryllium. Next up, we're going to head on over to this debris field. Alright, got a crashed probe with some ammo upgrades. Okay, we're gonna now head over into this little field here. Then, we're gonna head to the anomaly, and we're gonna end up at the underground facility. Alright, here we go. Looks like a mineral deposit. Oh, no. Thresher maw. Oh, man. Come on, pop up. There we go. Got him. 20,000 credits and 1,200 experience. Okay, we have destroyed a military vehicle right here, and there's a shack over here. Let's check this thing out. Okay. We got, oh, an upgrade kit with some ammo upgrades, medical kits, and a hardened crate with human heavy armor, human medium armor, and a pistol. Okay. Let's get back on board and take a look at this anomaly. Oop. I think that's the second time I've run over a mummified Solarian.
Got it.
Here we go. We got an ID tag. This Cerberus soldier... What? Has an identification tag for Captain Varsinth, one of the Solarian soldiers responsible for capturing the League of One. It's unclear how he came into possession of this relic. This is a Solarian. I don't know. Okay. Let's get back on board. To my knowledge, Cerberus is human supremacist, but anyway, let's head up this way. Okay, snipers. Alright, that's all of them, I guess. Now, I am going to not be stupid, and I'm going to save here before we go inside. Alright, let's get in there. Got some concrete blocks. Concrete pipes. Technician's kit over here, let's grab that. Armor and weapon upgrades. Okay. Oh man, it looks like we got 7 enemies in here.
Enemy contact.
Well, if they're gonna come to us, we may as well wait for them to come to us. I mean, the fact that they screamed, "I will destroy you" the second I open the door implies to me that they might come looking for me. But at the same time, they don't really seem to be coming this way, so... Oh. Jeez. Powers. Why am I not using powers? Overload? Or I guess sabotage and then overload. There we go. Okay. Liara, I want you to lift them. And Ashley, overkill. Man, I wish this pistol could shoot more. There we go. There we go. Are you guys coming? Okay, you are about to be neural shocked and singularitied. Man, I'm gonna overheat my gun every time, huh? Okay, let's see. Who's next? You. Sabotage, or, yeah, is that sabotage? And overload. And, no, I don't have that yet. Shield boost for you, Ashley, and warp this guy, Liara. There we go. Time to marksman. Sniper down. Where are these two? They look to be moving. Sniper down. And there's another sniper. Let's sabotage. Liara, singularity. Ashley, overkill. Let's overload. There we go. Leveled up. And all the Cerberus soldiers are dead. Let's move on.
That's the last of them.
Check this side first because the exclamation point's the other side. Upgrade kit. Ammo upgrades. Medical station. With light Turian armor and medium Krogan armor. Okay, we got some storage lockers over here. Wow, multiple. Sniper rifle and 2 pistols. With a sniper rifle and 2 assault rifles. Wow, okay. 2 assault rifles and a pistol. 2 sniper rifle and a shotgun. Okay. Let's see what's in this next room. Aid station. Looks like computer terminals. Anything other than this terminal? No. You cautiously press a few buttons and an alarm chimes. The optical database is flashing itself. Quickly, you copy as many files as you can to your hard suit's internal computer. Its memory wiped, the computer shuts down, the files are sure to be encrypted, but you've got time to crack them. Archive the files. Okay. Well, that's the end of this. I will bring you back when we get back to the Normandy, unless I find a crate on the way back, which I typically do. Okay.
Transmission coming in, Commander. I think you're gonna want to hear this one.
Greetings, Commander Shepard. I represent a party interested in obtaining information on Cerberus activities.
Who are you and who do you represent?
Who I am is inconsequential. Suffice to say, I am an agent for the Shadow Broker. You see, Admiral Kahoku contacted my employer looking for information on the location of any Cerberus facilities. We provided that information on the promise that he would turn over copies of all files gathered from the Cerberus systems to us.
Did you have anything to do with Admiral Kahoku ending up dead?
We had no reason to harm him. He was going to provide us with information about Cerberus. Information that is now in your possession.
You must have some connection to Cerberus. How else could you tell Kahoku where to find them?
Information is our business, Commander. Through our contacts, we were able to determine that the Cerberus group was active in the Voyager cluster. Unfortunately, that was all we were able to find out. That is why we are so interested in acquiring copies of the files from you.
These are classified Alliance files. I'm not handing them over to you.
Be reasonable, Commander. Cerberus was operating outside Alliance jurisdiction. You don't owe them any loyalty. The Alliance is just going to file this information away in some archive. No secret stays hidden forever. Eventually, someone somewhere will deliver it into our hands. Might as well be you. Transmit the files to us and you will be well compensated.
What are you going to do with this information?
Information is a commodity. It can be bought, sold, or traded. Why my employer desires this information is not my concern. I am only the buyer.
My loyalty is to the Alliance, not the Shadow Broker.
That is unfortunate, Commander. My employer will remember this the next time you need something from us.
Believe it or not, that does not matter. Okay. We're going to leave behind Nephron in Columbia, in the Voyager cluster. We're going to head all the way back over to the Serpent Nebula and Widow system. To finish this up on the Citadel. Okay. All we're going to do here, well, actually we're going to do three things here. We're going to go talk to Nasana Dantius, and we're going to take care of two other little minor quests. So we will then come back on board and finish the video. We're going to take Rex and Caden, because I haven't taken them anywhere in a while. In fact, let me, let's take care of this real quick.
Interior pressure with exterior atmosphere. Logged. The commanding officer is ashore. Exo Presley has the deck.
Okay, no one to ambush us this time.
Alliance officials have raided a dangerous cult controlled by a former Alliance officer, Major Kyle. Major Kyle surrendered and is now being treated for severe post-traumatic stress disorder.
Okay, well that's a follow-up to what we did helping out Major Kyle, who was known as Father Kyle. Now we are going to travel over to the Citadel embassies and all the way back to that bar.
Yes, Shepard? Did you find my sister?
Dahlia's dead, and I know she was blackmailing you.
So the truth comes out. I hope you're not angry. Surely you can understand why I lied to you. If people found out my sister was a criminal, I'd be considered a security risk. They'd revoke my clearance, or place me on administrative leave until she was apprehended. That is why I misled you. I could not risk you exposing me. But now that Dahlia is out of the picture, it's no longer a problem.
I would have helped if you just told me the truth.
Perhaps you're right. I am sorry. We have trust issues in my family.
Obviously.
I shall transfer a little something into your account as a token of my appreciation. I'm sure you'll find the amount satisfactory.
You're a diplomat on her way up the ranks. It could be handy to have a Spectre who owes you a favor.
You make a good point. Anyone can come up with credits, but I can give you authorization to purchase prototype Asari mods. I will get you added to our manufacturer's preferred client list. I think you'd be very interested in what they have available. Goodbye, Shepard. It has been a pleasure doing business with you.
Okay. So yeah, that actually just gave us a license. I can't remember the name of the group. But yeah, we can now buy more Asari goods, like she said. Now we're going to head down to the Ward's Access.
Presidium technicians are struggling to understand why a computer system catastrophically overloaded recently. Technicians are reportedly unsure of what caused the malfunction, or even what the system was originally designed to do. CSEC is investigating the possible vandalism or misuse of public property.
I believe they're referring to that AI that we shut down. Okay. Zabaleta.
Hey, you're the Shepard kid.
Hey, been a long time, huh?
I'm sorry. Do we know each other?
Well, I guess you don't remember me. Lieutenant Zabaleta, I worked with your mother. We served on the carrier Einstein. Well, that was 12, 13 years back, though. You were just a kid then.
I didn't see her much that tour. The ship was on patrol most of the time.
Hey, call your mom up and ask. She'd remember old Zabaleta. She'd vouch for me. Look, I need a favor. I'm kind of short on money these days. I hate hitting you up for money, but a man's gotta eat, right? So, could you spare something? Maybe 20 credits.
Yeah, it's not a problem.
You're a good kid, you know that? Thanks. You ever want to come by and talk, I'll be here. Huh? Can't afford a ticket home, right?
Jeez, that is sad. Okay, let's see. We got one more thing to do. We're gonna go see Dr. Michel. That person who Garrus nearly shot.
Admiral Kahoku, a respected member of the Alliance military, has passed away. The veteran soldier who won the love of his troops during conflict with the Batarians died of natural causes. Kahoku is survived by his wife and 3 children, who are planning a small private memorial service.
Ugh, wife and 3 children. Jeez. That is awful. Okay, yeah, if you remember, Dr. Michel was in trouble with Fist. And so Fist sent some goons to try to kill her. We're gonna check in with her again.
I need those supplies for my clinic. I can't.
You can and you will, or your story won't stay secret for long. Don't disappoint me, Doctor.
Oh, Commander Shepard. I didn't see you come in.
Every time I come in here, I see someone threatening you. Who was that?
Someone from my past. I can take care of it.
I might be able to help you.
I was fired by my previous employer for giving out free medical supplies to clinics like this. They never filed any charges. They just wanted me to leave without any fuss. But somebody must have found out. Now they're blackmailing me. I have to give them what they want. If the board finds out about my past, I could lose my license. They'll shut my clinic down.
What? The employer just wanted her to leave. I don't know how she could lose her license for giving away medical supplies that she wasn't fired. I don't know. Anyway.
Maybe I can get you out of this. Tell me what they want.
I have to give some of my medical supplies to a merchant in the markets. They expect delivery today.
Give me your contact's name. I'll deal with this guy, whoever he is.
Deal with him? But won't they expose my past?
I'll make sure they don't tell anyone.
I was told to speak with a merchant named Morlan, down in the markets. I really appreciate this, Commander. Thank you.
Don't worry. I'll take care of this.
Good luck, Commander. Be careful down there.
Okay. Something I should have mentioned before, that gentleman Zabaleta that we talked to back in the Ward's Access, he is something we can talk to only because I chose to have the Spacer background. Without the spacer background, he's not going to show up. And that's the same thing with the Earthborn background, and with the enslaved background, or colonist background, is that you have different people that you're going to be able to talk to with different backstories and things like that. I also want to check and see if the Turian and human back here are arguing at the moment. If there's anything new. Not at the moment, it would seem. Okay. Let's see if Conrad Werner wants to talk.
Commander, I've been waiting for you to get back.
Okay.
I've got an idea, and I wanted to run it by you.
What's on your mind?
With so many human colonies being attacked, I'm not sure that one Spectre is enough. What if you signed me on as another Spectre?
Conrad, I don't think that's a good idea.
But I'd make a great Spectre. I'd be right there with you, showing the Council what humanity is capable of. I know you're afraid to trust people after losing your team at Akuz, but I'd never let you down.
What about your wife, Conrad? She trusts you too. Aren't you letting her down?
What? I don't understand.
You know what keeps me going out here? Knowing that people back home are keeping humanity strong.
You're right. I just got so caught up in all of it. I wanted to help. I'll go home. Thanks for setting me straight.
Okay, that's probably the best outcome for that. Love that he wanted to be turned into a Spectre. Oh man, that's like, I'm gonna go from civilian to highest level of Spec Ops. Quick! Okay, Morlon.
Hello there, welcome to Morland's famous shop. You want many good supplies, yes?
You were expecting a delivery of medical supplies?
But I was told the doctor would be bringing them.
Change of plans.
A change, but the doctor... This is not right, human.
Shut up, Morland. I told Baines you'd screw this up. What the hell's going on here? Who are you?
Leave the doctor alone.
We can end this if you just bring me those supplies. Otherwise, I'll start telling people about the doctor's little secret.
You're shutting down a medical clinic. What if someone needs treatment? What if you need treatment?
Hey, hold on! I'm just the middleman here. This is way more than I bargained for.
Thank you, human. It is good to see him humbled so.
What do you know about Baines?
I have never met him, human. I only worked with the one who spoke with the doctor.
Goodbye.
Yes,
Okay.
all right then. Good tidings to you, human.
Is that it? I think, why don't we take a quick look at the journal. First of all, we can now note that luckily Conrad Werner is missing. The fan, there he is. And let's see, this right here, we've got to call home. I guess we'll do that when we get back to the Normandy. This right here, we need to go talk to Dr. Michel. Okay.
Commander, how did things go?
He won't be bothering you anymore.
Really? That's a great relief, Commander. Thank you. I can't pay you for your help, but I can give you a discount on any supplies you purchase here.
The thug said he worked for a man named Baines. Sound familiar?
Baines? I wonder if he means Armiston Baines. We worked together a long time ago.
What can you tell me about him?
Last I heard, the Alliance military was contracting him for some research in the Traverse.
Captain Anderson might know him.
We'll see what the captain can tell us.
I wish I could tell you more. Is there anything else I can help you with, Commander?
I'll be going now.
Goodbye, Commander. Nice talking.
Okay. Let's head on over to the embassies again. Probably should have saved that trip to Nasana Dantius for the end, but I'd forgotten that this part was involved here. Here we go. We haven't actually spoken to them since we left.
I heard what happened under the Artemis Tau cluster. The Council wasn't too happy about the destruction of those Prothean ruins.
This isn't a game, Ambassador. Shepard's out there trying to stop Saren from destroying the galaxy.
I know. Just try to be a little more careful. The Council's watching you, and we all get judged on how you behave.
Okay. And Captain... Oh, he just disappeared. Captain Anderson.
Yes, Commander?
Let's see. Baines.
What do you know about Armiston Baines?
Where did you hear that name? Never mind, I don't want to know. Baines is dead. Has been for quite some time.
The people I spoke with seem to think he was still alive.
It's not common knowledge. Military is keeping it under wraps. Baines was doing some high-level work for the Alliance. Stuff even I wasn't aware of. One day he turns up dead on a drifting scout ship. Everyone suspects it was foul play, but it was never officially investigated.
What can you tell me about the ship?
I don't know much about it. You should talk to Admiral Kahoku. One of his crews discovered Baines' body.
I spoke to Kahoku. He never brought it up.
You should mention Baines the next time you see him. See if he'll tell you anything. Is there anything else, Commander?
Yeah. Well, we just found Kahoku's dead body. The news has been reported on the extranet. What? Okay.
I should go.
I'll be here if you need anything.
That's worrying. Let's check our journal. Okay, it's done. Okay. Well, I have no idea what happened right there. My guess is something just broke in the quest. Anyway, let's get back up to the ship.
Reporter Kalisa Al-Jalani recently attempted to land an interview with Commander Shepard, the first human Spectre. Commander Shepard answered difficult questions, demonstrating that under that military uniform is a keen diplomatic mind. We'll have exclusive footage later today.
Okay. One last thing to do, and then we are calling it quits for the day.
Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
That's right, Presley. You go back to just watching those computers. Oh, actually, I think we call home here. Gotta contact our mother.
Computer, give me a real-time connection to the Dreadnought Kilimanjaro. I want to speak to my mother, XO Shepard.
Shepard speak? Oh, hi. I don't have time for a personal call right now. I'm on duty.
I know what that's like. Do you remember a Lieutenant Zabaleta from the Einstein?
Ernesto? Have you heard from him? He was one of the Marines who guarded the CIC. We shared a watch. I lost track of him after there was an incident.
I've seen him here on the Citadel. Looks like he's had some hard times.
I don't doubt it. You remember the Batarian raid on Mindwar in 2170? You were in high school. The Einstein's task group responded to the Mayday. The Batarians were still pulling out when the Marines hit groundside. Zabaleta was one of the first down. He was never quite the same after.
I don't understand. What happened out there?
About every abomination that a sentient being can do to another. To a slaver, a person is just another animal. And humans aren't always liked out here. We heard about corralling, culling. They'd shoot those they couldn't use, implant control devices in the skulls of those they could, without anesthetic.
Oof.
He has post-traumatic stress because of what he saw?
He tried to keep working, but it rode him. He showed up drunk on duty more and more. We couldn't always cover for him. The Alliance discharged him. Everyone knew he drank because of what he'd seen down there, even if he never talked about it. Especially because he never talked about it.
For it to have affected him that deeply, he must have been a very sensitive man.
He was. Always in laughter and tears. If you see him, tell him we still worry about him. Tell him to go to the Veterans Affairs office. I have to go. But take care of yourself. You're making us proud. Kilimanjaro out.
Okay. Does that actually mean... Yeah, we gotta go find him again. Sorry, I thought we were done. But let's go find him.
I'm surprised you're willing to fight Krogan, Rex. I thought you'd stand with your own.
Anyone who fights us is either stupid or on Saren's payroll. Killing the latter is business. Killing the former is a favor to the universe.
Celebrations are being planned for the anniversary of the end of the Rachni Wars. Many Council worlds, particularly Asari and Solarian colonies, will hold victory parades to commemorate the defeat of the invading Rachni. In a rare admission of debt, several Asari colonies have invited Krogans to be honored for the victories the uplifted Krogans made possible.
Good, he's in the same spot.
So how are you liking your posting at the Academy?
Hey, back again, huh?
I don't suppose you got any credits to spare.
I spoke to my mother. She told me about what happened on Mindoir.
Did she? I wonder. People tied like prize hogs, locked in cages, clawing and screaming as they're loaded into cargo pods. And we couldn't reach them. The Batarian defenses had us pinned. Dozens died trying to advance. All we could do was watch as they hauled people away. I've been looking for 13 years for something to make that sight go away. What have you got, huh?
I'm not going to give you money to drink yourself to death. You need to stop this.
If you don't have a better option, just give me 20 credits. A good bottle of whiskey. Enough to stop the dreams.
My mother said to go to the Veterans Affairs office. You're not the only one who's seen that brand of hell. They can help.
The VAO? God. All right. If she wants me to go talk to someone, fine, I'll do it. For her. She always stuck up for me. She always was naive. All the VAO does is pump you full of chemicals. If she wants to talk, tell her she can reach me through the Citadel VAO.
Okay, leveled up again, got some more Paragon. One sec, let's see, does that... Okay, that completes it. I was afraid we were going to have to call her again. Contact him at the Citadel VAO. Alright, I'll bring you back when we're on the Normandy. Well, we'll listen to the elevators.
Your biotics are coming along nicely. In the last fight, it looked like you even surprised yourself.
I've always held back a little when I use my powers on living targets. Fear of hurting someone, I guess. But after what I saw on Eden Prime, I'm not holding back anymore. Not against a Geth, not against anyone.
In a further development in the Eden Prime investigation, the Council has reportedly revoked the Spectre status of one of its operatives. While the unnamed operative has not yet been apprehended, a Council spokesman confirmed that corrective actions had been taken.
Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. XO Presley stands relieved.
Okay, so that was a lot of stuff, but what this means is that we now have a clean slate and we are ready to go to Noveria without any side quests to go other than all these ones where we have to do this stuff where it just requires us to, go around the galaxy. So we're going to take care of that stuff later, and again next time, the Noveria Geth Interest Mission. Okay. Well, this has been the Irresolute Cartographer. Thanks for watching. I'll see you again next time.